Hi. This post kicks off a new series of posts with our absolute best advice for social entrepreneurs. Now, whenever people ask us for our advice for anyone trying to do something similar, lots of people love to ask that question. We say two things first and foremost. Number one is you have to know that you know that you know that what you're getting into is really what you want to do and are most like meant to do. And we have a post on that topic that I'll put the link to that post on that topic in the transcript. But then the second piece of advice is what I want to talk about today. The second piece of advice that we give everyone who asks for our best advice for someone doing something similar to what we want to do is that you cannot do it alone, that you have to have a team. So that's what we're going to talk about today, and in particular, how to even go about building your support community. So you cannot do social entrepreneurship alone. I firmly believe that trying to start a social enterprise solely on your own is setting yourself up for failure. You are human and you have limitations. You cannot do everything. Plus, your mission is too important for only you to be involved in the accomplishment of that social mission and that social impact that you're trying to make happen. Even during the very beginning of the startup phase, you need a team of people. And specifically, you need three types of people on your team. The first type is mentors and coaches who have gone before you. The second is peers to help you do the work. And then the third are like mentees who you are training as part of the process and they're learning from you. Having all three of these types of people in your support community is essential to success. You actually, as a social entrepreneur, you have a unique opportunity and as well for when you're building your support team. As a social entrepreneur, you have this very unique opportunity that most entrepreneurs don't have. You have a social mission driving your entire business endeavor, and you have this incredible opportunity to make the world a better place. And if you don't, then you're not actually a social entrepreneur. So we're starting there. The awesome flip side to your mission is that people are looking for a greater purpose and mission for their lives. People want to feel like they're making a difference, and they're looking for opportunities to change the world. Not everybody has the personality of an entrepreneur, and there are plenty of people who have the personality and gifts to help and serve the mission without being the leader. Yet often they're never given the opportunity to help and serve. They're just chomping at the bit so much, so that all you have to do is ask. Now, the only limit to how you take advantage of this intersection between your mission and people's desire to make a difference, that intersection right there, the only limit to how you take advantage of this intersection is your imagination. Today, I'm going to tell you a story of how I did this with my husband, Brandon. And I'm telling you this story mostly to just spark your imagination. Plus, I've got a PDF download with an exercise that can enable you to continue sparking and start processing your imagination to develop some concrete action steps for building your support team. But first, let me tell you the story, and then I'll tell you more about that download. So here's one social entrepreneurship example. You might have heard the advice to talk about your vision, the vision of your enterprise, as much as possible to anyone who will listen. And we agree, totally make that happen. We found that as we did this, as we shared that vision, some people would get really excited. And we don't think they just got excited because we were talking about coffee either. I mean, people love coffee, but it was really because people saw the chance to make a difference through what we were doing. We didn't ask them to do something right away, but we kept note of who they were and we stayed in touch. We wrote a blog to keep them updated on what we were doing. We became friends with them on Facebook. We hung out together. We built authentic relationships. Then, when we were ready to really get going with launching our business, we created a setup shop committee. That's what we called it, literally, a setup shop committee. We made applications and set a deadline to apply. And because of all these relationships we'd built and getting to know people and how they could, and sharing how they could help with our the accomplishment of our mission, we ended up with about 20 people on the committee. And as a setup shop committee, we got together a few times. During the get-togethers, we would facilitate discussion about how to move things forward together. The people involved got lots of benefit from the relationships they built with one another and from knowing that they were participating in something bigger than themselves. Plus, we made it fun. When we get together, we'd have food, we'd socialize, and we'd get the work done too. The ideas we generated and how the group engaged with us helped us set up shop. And these ideas probably won't apply to your unique situation, but I can tell you that they were super invaluable. One example is that we asked all 20 people to invite all their Facebook friends to like our page. Not everyone did, and not everyone invited all of their friends, but we ended up having a bunch of likes already on our page when we started marketing to, and so when complete strangers then saw our page, that made us seem more legit, which we were. We were legit. We were taking this seriously. So that was, back 2010, 2011. So that's not necessarily what you should do right now, but just telling you our story. Facebook's changed so much, right? But it's been over 6 years since the committee got together and helped us get started. And we're still in touch with many of them. We wouldn't be where we are without them, and they know that. The lives we've impacted wouldn't have been impacted, and those 20 people made a difference. And they made the difference they were seeking to make, and they can be proud of what they were able to help accomplish. So let's talk now about building your support community. I firmly believe that everyone needs a support community, and every social entrepreneur needs a support community. And it should include, the mentors and coaches, peers, and mentees. You need to be poured into like a mentor or coach would. You need the camaraderie of peers who balance you out and fill in your weaknesses, and you need people to pour into. Sometimes you only fully understand something when you teach it to someone else. So here's a fun strategy for maintaining all these relationships. Some successful entrepreneurs I know would never do anything alone. When they drove somewhere, even the grocery store, they had someone in the passenger seat. When they walked down the street, there was usually someone walking right along with them. Now, that could be a little extreme, to never be alone, to never do anything alone, but that doesn't mean you can't take a step in that direction. What are you currently doing all by yourself that you can engage others in doing? When people want to meet with you, how can you make it a meeting that actually also accomplishes something tangible? You can even start with a simple walk and talk to get your blood flowing. Or one of my friends, she has a work buddy, and all they do is just work alongside each other in a coffee shop or a library, but it keeps each other accountable to working on and growing their social enterprises, certain hours a week. They actually get together and just work together. Again, the intersection of how this can work, of your mission and what you're trying to do and what other people want to do with the impact they want to make, that intersection can look like so many different things. So have fun playing with your imagination with that. And then I've got this PDF download for you to help you continue that brainstorm and develop some tangible action steps for yourself. So I'm going to put the link below the video and for sure in the transcript. So please check out the blog and get that download for yourself. One little postscript, a little PS. I'm intentionally sharing ideas that involve in-person interaction. Sure, you could do any and all of this, building your support community through video, phone, email, or whatever your preferred online method is, text messaging, I don't know. But in my experience, nothing, absolutely nothing tops in-person interaction. So try your best to get some of that going too, to get some in-person interaction going. You are a social entrepreneur. Underline the word social. So you probably already love in-person interaction. Don't ever forsake that, and make sure you include that as part of your plan for your support community. Okay, so that's a big piece of advice we love to give social entrepreneurs. We will be back next week for another big piece of advice for you social entrepreneurs out there, and we look forward to talking to you then. In the meantime, keep overflowing. Peace.